Greetings YouTube and fellow eBay victims. Some of you may know that my regular viewers especially know that I left eBay a long time ago because it was turned into a scam bay. A lot of people call eBay scam bay now, all the fees and or fee bay even. They change the rules constantly. I never sold anything on eBay. I was just a buyer. And I was just fed up with all the nonsense and all the scams. There's scammers getting away with all kinds of stuff, and there's a general misconception out there that eBay allows it. There's millions of sellers on eBay. There's millions of scammers on eBay, and it's tough for eBay, any organization. I don't care how. I mean, eBay's a huge organization. You have to consider that, you know, with all the millions of people there. And it's very difficult for their excellent fraud department they have there to weed out the scammers. Now, I have to commend eBay for the one thing is in the last 6 months, eBay has closed down more scammers than they did in all of last year. So, I mean, that's a step in the right direction. And the work of people like myself and others who are constantly trying to make change and affect the outcome of these scammers, you know, no longer allowing these scammers to get away with the scams that they try to pull. Now, the purpose of this video is how come it's like when the feedback changes, you know, a lot of people don't like the way the current feedback situation is with eBay, and I'm not going to comment on that because, like, I'm no longer involved, haven't been in years, so I'm not sure exactly what's going on with that. It's just that a lot of people aren't happy with it. And now, to make matters worse, eBay is helping the scammers yet again. eBay is assisting the scammers yet again, protecting the scammers. They're basically protecting themselves. But in the manner they're doing it, they're allowing the scammers to get away with, you know, continuing to get away with their frauds, their scams, their criminality, illegal activities. What am I talking about specifically in this instance? I'm talking about like this particular channel. Most of my videos I'm talking about one of my beloved hobbies, card collecting, and how scammers are trying to destroy the hobby. The hobby will disappear if nothing is done about it. I'd also like to comment, speaking of about hobbies, can anybody tell me, just off the top of your head, what was the biggest hobby ever? What was the most popular hobby that there ever was? It's no longer around as it was. This particular hobby I'm talking about had 8 different magazines devoted to it. 8 different regularly published magazines, not including the specials and the annuals, which there were several of those. 8 specific, independently published, regular magazines devoted to this one hobby. No other hobby has anywhere near that much. Even sports has a lot of magazines, but there's all different kinds of sports. No one sport has 8 different regular magazines published on newsstands and so forth. The hobby I'm talking about, and some of you may know what it is called Beanie Babies. Beanie Babies was the #1 hobby in the world. It had 8 magazines. It made the originator of the hobby a billionaire at one time. People were going crazy for little tiny stuffed animals. And there were so many, I'm not even talking about the imitators. I'm talking about the Beanie Babies manufactured by a company called Ty, T-Y. That was the originator. That was his first name. Ty is his name. And he put his little hand tag on his little tiny bears. So that's his name. That's his signature, in other words, his sign. He tagged each of his. What happened to that? What happened to all those magazines? What happened to those countless websites? You might still be able to find a Beanie Baby for sale here or there, but they're not flying off the shelves like they once were. And can anybody tell me why? What happened? Why did that supposed fad all of a sudden end abruptly? It stopped. It disappeared. Why did it end? Beanie Babies disappeared for one reason and one reason alone. Counterfeit Beanie Babies. Counterfeit Beanie Babies killed the hobby. Nobody wanted to spend $100 for a Beanie Baby when there was a counterfeit available for $5. Nobody wanted to spend $500 for a Beanie Baby. They even made, now my channel here is about cards. Well, they made Time made cards. There was actually 3 different companies manufacturing cards for Beanie Babies. 3 different kinds. And some of those cards actually sold for thousands of dollars, the short prints, the limited editions. Just like in baseball, just like in football, just like in professional sports, even collegiate sports. Those cards are selling for a lot of money. Beanie Baby cards sold for a fortune. There was even a magazine devoted to Beanie Baby cards. It disappeared because of counterfeits. Counterfeits destroyed that hobby. There's literally 3 people I know of who spent $1 million each on Beanie Babies. And now their collections are practically worthless, not even worth 50 bucks. They can't give the junk away anymore. Now the sport collecting hobby is under threat by all these scammers, the counterfeiters. We have counterfeiters selling cards, but also we have fake patch people who put fake patches on the cards. Some of you may not know that sports cards nowadays have pieces of memorabilia attached to the card. You know, pieces of their uniform, or you know, pieces of the ball, you know, any kind of memorabilia, game-used items, you know, even the pieces of the base, pieces of stadiums even are included in sports cards these days. Well, and in sport collecting, a lot of people like when there's a logo on the card, and especially game-worn logo has a lot of value. So the scammers now, there's a whole bunch, hundreds of them who affix fake logos to regular cards, telling everybody they're legitimate items and they're trying to sell them. Well, getting back to the purpose of this video, like I said, eBay is helping these scammers yet again. Now, like I said, over 100 of them have been booted off eBay in the last 6 months that I know of. And that's a lot more just in this one particular hobby. And that's because of the work of myself and several other people who are making public service announcement videos, you know, PSAs for short, just like this one. And now eBay is, like I said, so I posted a video not too long ago. I told everybody, I showed them how you can go in there, look in their feedback, and then you could find where they bought the item. Because in the feedback it says what you bought and what you sold. Well, if you look at what you bought, you can see that these guys bought a sport card with a regular jersey, and then they sold it altered. So that I could find the proof that way. Well, now, a lot of these scammers, ever since I posted that video, that's why I don't like telling people how the scammers operate. Because scammers change their method of operation as soon as I announce something like that. Because even though my videos don't get a lot of views, the word gets out there. People talk about it and they share the information. More people know about my videos that don't even watch them than watch them. Anyway, the point is, eBay now is letting, ever since I made that video showing people, go into the feedback and you can look up how to find these items, look for them yourself. All of these people started doing it. Well, so now scammers are doing this. Like this particular scammer, his feedback is what? He's a top-rated scammer, like I like to say. His feedback is private now. Proven scammer. Even though he still has 100% feedback, I know he has many reports of people complaining about all his fake patches and have shown proof of his fake patches, as I have done myself, as several other people have done. This scammer and many scammers now are trying to set their feedback to private. Now that's not going to help them because there's other ways around that, but I'm not going to discuss none of that anymore. I don't want to give them a heads up. I don't want to make their lives any easier than it already is. I made a video, I told people what to do, and now all of a sudden, bam, they're trying to do their feedback private. Now I'm going to show you an item number. Here's a previously proven fake patch that he sold. He got a lot of money for it. It's not even worth $1 because it's been altered. Anything of value that's been altered generally no longer retains its value. So this item basically is worthless, but some collector thought it was legitimate and sold it for a lot of money. And I'll just show you just one more example. Another proven card that was proven to be fake already. Same account. There's the item number. Let's get in there. I like this card a lot myself. There's the item number, 299, 249. And if you look, it's Larry Fitzgerald with the Vikings jersey. And you can see there's a whole lot of damage on the top there where he tried to squeeze the patch in. And that's already been proven by several people. And also on the, I think, I don't remember, one of the websites had proof of it as well. But I think even on the, they even tweeted about it, with the proof and all that. I don't remember exactly if this was the exact card. I'm thinking it was, but there were several cards they did it on. That's beside the point. Anyway, like I said, the scammers now, some of them are they think they could hide behind the private. Well, I'm going to do another little thing here for you. I'm going to show you Discount Sports on eBay. He's actually, this is a buying account of one of the scammers. Every jersey card purchased by this account has turned to be a scam. They actually altered the patch. So this is one of the accounts they use to buy it. Now they've set it to private as well. And there's plenty more I can show you, but I just want to point this out before I go here. That if you have sold any jersey card to Discount Sports on eBay, please let me know the details about the card, any kind of pictures you have of the card. If you have a photo bucket or whatever, if you have a picture. This is one of the buying accounts of one of the scammers that they, and some of these, it's actually more than one. Like the scammer has several accounts. So the cards that are purchased by this account end up on several other accounts. And so like I said, if you have sold a plain jersey card to this account, please let me know the details. Or if you've seen one, if you come across one and you've seen it somewhere, somehow, like I said, this is one of the buying accounts. Any card, and like I said, if eBay is watching this video, because I know they sometimes do, because people, link to them. If you happen to work for eBay, especially in the fraud department, please keep an eye. Just go to this account. Every jersey card this account purchases ends up. And if you need the other account details, please send me a PM or an email. You guys have my email. So please, send me an email, and I will give you the seller details for this linked to this account. Because now they know we're watching them. I've been watching them, and now, we can't because they're private. I can't see anything that they've purchased. So, but like I said, if you come across this individual, if you personally have sold something to this individual, this account on eBay, if they bought one of your plain jerseys, please let me know right away. And like I said, this isn't a great video. This video sucks. I know it sucks. So why don't you just take this information, make your own video? You have the account here. I showed you the 2 item numbers for these. There's plenty other scammers who are setting theirs to private, so you can make your own PSA. The more people making these PSA, the more people are going to watch them, the more people are going to see them. And then, you could share it, right there. You could share it on Facebook, Twitter, and then the P there. A lot of baseball people think that's the Phillies logo. That's called the Pinterest logo. That's a new social media site. You could sell it by an envelope there is if you want to share it by email. So you could, email the other people. And then... So, that's for, to get the word out, about this, and plus YouTube has a share feature right below the video as well. But this is if you want to share an eBay item, you can do it right there.